just want to say a few words about the wine list, because what we actually want to do is kind of to explain to you or introduce you to a wine list and to explain why it's a tiny bit different than most wine lists at least that you find around. I was given the task of setting up the wine list. Yeah, I feel great. A year and a half ago, even before started refurbishing, and the only thing I got told is just make sure it's very, very special and unlike anything else, which was quite intimidating, especially after I was shown the design, which you've seen, and the food that I've tasted, which was also very, very nice. And I think that for me, a good wine list is, other than, of course, it has to have different wines from different regions, different price ranges, etc., etc. But more than anything, it needs to help, I think, customer guests make interesting wine choices and not necessarily go for the obvious wine that they'll always order, which is the easiest thing that for a customer to do. I mean, I've made wine lists before with 300, 400 beans. Really look carefully to select the most amazing wine for the best prices from small producer, unusual grape varieties, and someone will come in, have a look at the list and order a Gavi de Gavi or a Pinot Grigio or a Sauvignon Blanc. So first, from a sommelier's perspective, it's slightly frustrating because we put so much effort in that, and then if you're not around at the right precise second, then people will go for something else. So what we try to do here, at least, is to make something that will make people think out of the box and make their imagination kind of being triggered. So instead of defining the wine by the usual country or price or even style of wine, like light and crisp and rich and delicious, we just created categories that each has a different theme. For example, we have wine from lesser known varietals, or wine that comes from volcanic soils, or mountain wines, or a great category of natural wines, or even an amazing category which I think should be even larger of sake. And I think that by doing so, we kind of almost forced our guests to have a look at the wine list, realize that it's maybe not the usual wines that they'll normally see, and be curious and maybe even ask the waiters or the sommelier what are volcanic wines or what are natural wines. It might seem obvious to us, but I think most of our customers are not. They might have heard it, but they don't really know what it is. So instead of going to a long list of names that they recognize, very few names, and they'll go for the first name that they recognize, might it be a Pinot Grigio again or Marlborough Sauvignon. Not that I have anything against Gavi de Gavi, Pinot Grigio, Marlborough Sauvignon. Sorry, Robert. But we made them maybe think, a wine from Etna. You know, that might be interesting. Maybe if it was just another wine on the list, they'll never think about having it. Or who said the Savoie? That's just slightly unusual thing. And I think we got some nice response so far, and that was the idea. I think we're selling more unusual wine that I ever sold in my previous restaurant, and people accept them more willingly. But I think Onami would be able to tell us much better how it actually really works. I just did this and then dashed away to some sun and